Hey, Sean's Boosted Garage here again. This is just a follow-up to my blow-off valve spring video I put out yesterday. I had my valve all back together, and I was just testing it. I put a vacuum gauge on it, a vacuum hand pump on it, and I had up to like 25 pounds on it, and it wasn't moving at all. I couldn't figure what was going on. Like, it seemed like it should have. Obviously, it's got to open up at some point. So I took it apart, and I don't know if you can see this, but it's got some damage. Now, I don't know if I did that putting it back together or what happened, but I'm gonna file that up, clean it all up. And a friend of mine, Robbie, mentioned to me too about lubing it and using grease. I'm like, oh, I don't know, I never thought of that, but maybe it could use a little grease too. So I have some brake slider lubricant. So I think I'll use that. I can put some on the shaft here. The shaft looks okay. I don't see anything burred up on that. It's just this, it's just the accepting sleeve, I guess, that it goes into that has some damage. So I could have very well did that yesterday when I was putting together. I don't know if you remember in the video, I felt like it got stuck, but I didn't force it too much, or I didn't think I did anyways, but it's definitely got a burr on it. So I'll clean that up and see what happens. Hopefully that's the problem, and we can move on. All right, back again. I got it cleaned up. All I took was a, where's it at here? Took the flat file and went across the top of it like that, because it had sort of like a rolled up burr that you could feel on the top here. And I took this round file, took this round file and just sort of went all the way around like that, cleared it out. So I'm gonna put it together now. Seems to be pretty good. It's hard to do one-handed. The other thing I noticed too is looks like some heavy-ish scraping that I guess it must have been rubbing on the inside of this. So I'm gonna check that for burrs. Take a small pocket stone and run over that just to smooth it out, make it look a little better. This is what I'm going to use for lubricant, and all it is, it's like a silicone-based lubricant, so it's not petroleum-based or anything like that. So, anyways, we'll try that out, and then we'll see how it works when it goes back together. Hopefully, hopefully I'll be able to get it to move the vacuum pump. We'll see. Okay, back again. I looked over this part of the blow-off valve. I don't know what you call it. I don't know if it's cage or something, but anyways, I ran my finger in around here, and there was definitely some burrs you could feel. So all I took was, I just had some emery cloth. I don't know what it is, like 120 or 180 or something. I mean, you don't want to take 40 or 80 grit, but 120, 180, something like that would be good. And I just ran it kind of in around that diameter there, and I felt something a little bit here. So I cleaned it up all around there too. Where's the, oh yeah, there's the piston here. I did run a stone over this piston. Those marks are still there, but at least if there's any high spots on them, they're gone. I mean, you'd have to do a lot of stoning to get those out. But anyways, I cleaned that up. All I used was, I just used a little pocket stone, spray some WD-40 on it, use it as a lubricant, and just lightly go over it. I mean, like I said, you're not looking to get that right out. I mean, you can try if you want, but that'd be a lot of stoning, and who's to say you're gonna keep it concentric with the rest of the piston. So I just kind of left it at that. That's not what does the sealing anyways. This O-ring does. So and the O-ring looks okay too. I'll put some lubricant on that, some lubricant on this shaft, some lubricant in this bore, and I'm gonna put it back together, and I'm gonna try the vacuum gauge again and see if I can get it to move. And I don't know how much vacuum it takes, but this valve, this new spring I just bought was for a car for an engine that had 18 inches of vacuum at idle. So it's an 11 PSI spring. So I don't know if I have to make up like 18 plus 11, so 39 inches of vacuum to get it to move. I don't know, or if it's just, I just got to get beyond 18 and it'll move. But anyways, I did up to 25. That's kind of all I could get out of my hand pump, and it didn't move. So we'll see. Okay, I'm back. Got all back together, and I got 20 inches of vacuum on it. So it is working now, and it's very easy to push with that. You see it move the gauge there. It's very easy to push with that vacuum on it. You can sort of slightly see the O-ring there. And there's no vacuum on this. This thing is nearly impossible to move. I shouldn't say it's not impossible, but you need like 2 thumbs, and you gotta push pretty hard against it to get it to move. So my car runs at 18 inches of vacuum, and right now I've got 20 on it. It's really hard to get much higher than that, but 21 or 22, but still very easy to push. And when I release the pressure, you should be able to see it move. There. So I think I dodged a bullet there, maybe. If I hadn't checked to see if it would move, who knows, I would have had it on my car. And I mean, I guess the worst that would happen is you just get a big pressure surge back to your turbo. I don't know if that damages the turbo like the very first time it happens, or it takes many instances of that to cause damage. But anyways, I think I got it fixed, which is good. Another thing I want to point out too, I don't know if this is with all blow-off valves, but this ON3 one, I mean, these are Chinese made, so take it for what it is. But this disc here, a few months after I'd installed the turbo system, I actually found this disc was missing, and it was up in my, here in my throttle body. I never even realized until when I was having trouble with the engine, I took this off and I found that disc laying in here. So just a word of caution, with any blow-off valve you buy, just check that stuff. Maybe take it apart and put some blue Loctite on. That's what I did. And it hasn't come off since, so, and it's still tight. I just checked it before I put it back together, and it's still tight. So anyways, hopefully this was of some help, and I'm trying to maybe get this YouTube channel started. So if you could like, share, and subscribe, that'd be great. And I'll try to figure out some content along the way. Okay, thanks very much.